Well, this sucks.
Hey, did you know that a year ago today, I did a review on DC superhero girls and everyone hated it? Despite all the controversy, I wanted to fix that review, and yet I never bothered fixing it. I guess I kind of lost interest prior. Well, let's fix that today! Oh, you don't know this show? For a quick recap, it's a 2010 show created by Lauren Faust about 6 girls that are all friends learning about friendship. Not to be confused with that other Lauren Faust 2010 show about 6 girls are all friends learning about friendship. That one starred adult ponies, not superheroes that are minors in high school. Wait, if they're minors, why is Wonder Woman not called Wonder Girl? Supergirl isn't Superwoman, she's Supergirl. And the Super Best Friends Forever shorts that they were based on, Wonder Woman was called Wonder Girl. I mean, I know they were technically separate sisters, but she was still called Wonder Girl, which still sounded better. Probably because of toy sales, even though Cartoon Network is a cartoon company, but let's still try to continuously focus on a selling method that's a couple of decades out of date. This show stars Babs, also known as Barbara Gordon. She hangs out with her 5 best friends that all attend high school with her. Each of these 5 girls all have superpowers, while Barbara has no powers. Remember that for later. Let's put a pin in this. Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Bumblebee, Zatanna, and Jessie, piece of shit, all team up together to stop the forces of evil in the city of Metropolis. But they can't tell anyone about their true superpowers, because reasons. You know, if you want to say it's to avoid danger, Spider-Verse explained it perfectly fine. I don't know, I just hate shows that have to keep identity secrets. Like, if Jimmy Neutron, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Kim Possible, and the Powerpuff Girls don't have to do secret identities, why do other shows have to? It's also harder for this show to admit that when they don't do their best at disguising their faces. You know, the most recognizable part of a person. Nice bat hoodie, Babs. I thought your superhero identities were meant to be a secret. It's an okay show, like a 2 out of 10, a D tier cartoon. It can be fun at times when focusing on the right characters, but sadly most of the time, it doesn't focus on the fun characters. This show has also been criticized for being misandrist.
You can't let some boy do this to you! You're literally a symbol of female empowerment!
Leave her alone, Kara!
I, kinda have to agree. It does feel like at times a show created by pissed off women that hate the male gender, despite the fact that many people who worked on the show are men. What, is Madame Margaret in charge of this show?
I'm traveling through the time stream to ensure a boy-free future.
But this show isn't about misandry, it's about friendship! Thus, why don't we take a look at the worst episode of the show to show why this show is not the best at friendship? We're gonna take a look at hashtag frenemies. Yes, every episode title of this show has a hashtag.
You gotta deal with it!
It starts with our girls fighting the scariest monster ever, Patrick Star, and he's on a rampage!
Patrick needs love too!
Oh no!
Oh no, indeed!
I guess Patrick never got SpongeBob's Valentine that SpongeBob promised, so he went on a rampage and the girls had to calm him down.
Yeah, that's a good fan fiction right there. During the middle of the fight, Babs gets a call from her best friend.
Harleen, it's been forever!
You're Metropolis? You moved here? You see me in school tomorrow? I never guessed so much in my life!
Aw, how cute. Such a nice friendship.
Does this remind you of someone? Wink.
No. Why? Am I supposed to be reminded of someone?
Maybe.
Maybe I should keep reviewing this episode to figure out what you're talking about.
Okay.
So Babs and Harley...
Harleen!
Sorry about that. Luckily, I never dead name people.
But wasn't there one time where...
Moving on. So Babs and Harleen meet up together. This is the first time that Babs introduced her to her high school 5. And these are where the problems come in.
She is cray
The worst 20 seconds of my life, and I've been to the Phantom Zone.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, what was that? Well, according to Kara, i.e. Supergirl, a couple of pranks is apparently worse than the most dangerous prison ever! Also, Kara does a real fart, then for that there is no whoopee cushion. Gross.
She is very important to Barbara for some reason.
Okay, I'll let your ignorance slide. You were in the Amazon for a millennium. What are the other 4 girls' excuses? Also, girls, You do know that you can talk to Harleen if there is an issue, right? It's bad to stay silent on these matters. In my opinion, one of the fastest ways for me to hate you is when you stay silent on a matter. What?
Nothing!
So the girls each get to have their own chance with Harleen. They all have fun with each other. Correction, Harleen is having fun, but everyone else is not having fun and just deals with Harleen's bullshit. But Harleen never meant any harm. The problem once again is that none of the 5 girls ever speak up or say anything to Harleen. It just makes these 5 bitches, bitches. And it leads to nothing but frustrating communication.
Do you like this series? Love it! That's why I read all the spoilers!
Oh hey, I was wrong again. There was a time that one of the girls talked to Harleen. During a movie. That's like talking in a library. You're supposed to be quiet during a film, not talk out loud. And don't even get me started on the last time that someone told me spoilers during a movie. Oh boy! I've never seen this movie before! This is so fun!
Yeah, did you know that the shark dies in this?
The girls then all get together. They have trouble figuring out how to break the news to Babs that they don't like Harleen. This includes them burning their chairs, because they treat Babs so dumb like she has no intelligence. This is a major flaw in the episode in their favor, because Babs is actually smart in this episode.
It's like if an evil scientist wanted to create the most annoying person ever, they still wouldn't come close to competing with her.
Aww, isn't that cute?
But it's wrong!
Babs acts like an actual human being in this episode. This only makes the 5 girls look worse in the end. Because Babs is also smart, she ends their friendship right then and there.
And I'm sorry, but if this is how you're gonna treat my best friend, then maybe we shouldn't be friends.
There's a part where after Babs feels bad about her high school friends, she then loses connection with Harleen. And I will admit, I think this is an actual good sad scene. Harleen is now with the villains, and they reveal their true identity.
You guys are villains? Why didn't you say something?
Because this is the show's first ever special, they have to make a 2-part. So on to part 2, where we see the villains now destroying Metropolis.
What do you call bugs that light up?
Fireflies?
Yeah, see, we say fireflies in Metropolis, too.
In Pennsylvania, we call them lightning bugs. I can't give this episode a 0 out of 10 because of nice moments like this. It's a 1 out of 10 for the record. And then we see the girls at the ice cream parlor. Look at them all just smiling away, not realizing that they left Babs behind. This is a sign of a toxic friendship. I feel sick even calling them friends.
Kinda like someone you know!
Are cartoon characters real? I knew it! They told me to stop believing, but I didn't listen!
Never mind.
With all the bad things that we saw the villains do, like smashing mailboxes and causing mayhem amongst innocent people altogether, that's gonna be the reason why our heroes are gonna stop the bad guys, right? Or the good guys can just go after the villains because of name calling. This is just a side note that I don't think that anybody realized on the staff when working on this episode, but our heroes never find out that the bad guys did all those bad things. Honestly, as fun as that montage was with the villains, it could have been entirely cut. Also, I really hate to be that guy, but we already did have a couple of episodes with Harley working with these 5 girls prior to this one. Even though this is the episode where they are supposed to be introduced together. And yet, it's not a flashback, it's in the present day. That's bad production order for ya. Modern cartoons shouldn't have this problem of airing their episodes out of order like this. This show is only 3 years old for the record, and I think it ended earlier this year with that stupid Teen Titans Go crossover. The third one. Why did they have 3 crossovers again? They all sucked. Look, if Steven Universe, as bad as its schedule was, could air every episode of its series on TV in the correct order, then DC Superhero Girls should have no excuse.
Come, sisters, to battle! Shouldn't we call Babs? That girl will join us when she is ready.
I love how they just expect Babs to be ready on their accord, even though it was them that hurt Babs. Hey Jack, are you ready yet? I need you to start doing work for me again. You're just being lazy. I guess if you're just gonna lay there, why don't you go ahead and watch the Boss Baby?
Boss baby! Boss baby!
I got it from the red box. It's about this baby who is a boss, and he's got a little briefcase and a stapler, the whole shebang. He even wears a little suit. Leave it to Hollywood. It's sad that even though I joke about this, I feel like these girls would do something this terrible. It's not out of character for them. These girls are so terrible that I wouldn't be surprised if that happened in an episode. And then we get another transformation sequence. I'm gonna drop an unpopular opinion right here. Transformation sequences are stupid and tedious and add nothing to the plot whatsoever, and are useless filler meant to pander to audiences in the lowest kind of demographic ever that makes the audience dumber. I understand if this was like the first episode of the series doing this, but it's the middle of season 1. It's a two-parter, yes, but this episode just doesn't feel like it earned this. You could probably cut the filler and make this an 11-minute episode in all honesty. Not helping is that we already did get these transformation sequences earlier in the episode with the villains. Also, the show did show the good guys doing this. Like, I understand if this was shorter, but this goes on for over 30 seconds. I think Babs and Harleen herself should be the only two girls to get these long transformation sequences, not 12 characters total. To be fair, I never liked this cliche from any anime slice of life girly show, because it was a waste of time. The best that you could do with this is parody it. Like, having a girl transform and then the bad guy just runs away or beats up the girl because of how long she took to transform.
That is so disrespectful of me.
Should we still fight? Because I don't really want to anymore.
No.
Also, I really hate to bring this up, but remove that pin. The 5 heroes get beaten up by the only villain that doesn't have superpowers. Lame.
Too much jalapenos? Saucy? Knew it needed more salt.
Aw, Barry. You're a sweet cinnamon bun. All cinnamon buns must be protected.
He's voiced by the samurai!
Oh yeah, Phil Lamar does his voice.
Glad I could give you something to reflect on!
I don't get it.
I do like, despite my feelings on the fight, Harley is able to make a couple of funny jokes that got some laughs out of me.
Here comes the SWAT team!
6 out of 10 for that joke.
Check out my new website! It's www.lookwhatigot.com!
Now that's funny.
You know what? I'll let it slide. She earned it. And then the fight ends when the cops arrive and the bad guys manage to all run away. Wait, I just realized, if this fight was live on the news, why weren't the police there earlier? But that's the least of my problems actually for here. We then have Babs, the one that was hurt, apologize.
Wait, there's only one way to know that I mean it.
We are sorry as well.
But you might not be. Please do the lasso of Wonder Woman again.
No more splitting up ever again, okay? Not with Catwoman and her crew out there.
We need each other now more than ever.
Yeah, we need you back for our own selfish needs. It's not like we actually felt sorry for hurting you or anything like that. And then Babs just forgives them. In some way, it's like Babs is being forced to come back. This reminds me of something. Something that makes me very angry!
Oh no, here it comes.
And of course that thing is! This reminds me of other bad episodes of this show that did this.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, I hate this whole show for being very boring, repetitive, not the best of friends, and being a rehash of My Little Pony. At least my buddy YojaX10 wrote the Super Best Friends Forever better in his Animation Acres stories. In those stories, the 3 girls are the guardians of Timmy Turner. But if they were like the girls in this show, they would have dropped Timmy in the ocean. Oh, and speaking of which...
I've missed you as BFFs!
Super best friends forever.
Oh, fuck off!
Are you sure this doesn't remind you of real people?
No, not at all. These are all fictional girls in a fictional world doing fictional things. Why would this remind me of any real person? I was... best editor. Oh, that clip.
It was a year ago today when you had that meltdown.
I deleted that video off my channel at the end of October last year. That was before I adopted you, Becky, and the file is off my laptop. Plus, I never told you about the original DC Superhero Girls review, so how did you know about this?
Troll reuploads!
Trolls are the worst. They have no lives and like to shit talk random people that they're never going to meet in their lives while focusing on the wrong things.
That's a good way to sum up your trolls, Mommy.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Maybe all trolls can be summed up like this.
More than likely, yes. I can still claim that I'm the best editor ever, or at the very least that I'm a great editor. Some people can agree with me, and others don't have to, and that's perfectly fine. You're allowed to hate my editing as well. Even I hate my older editing before this decade.
That is fair.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Why don't you have this video up more, Mommy? And why did I never hear about this?
What's that Rafiki line from The Lion King that I told you to remember, Becky?
It's in the past. The past can hurt. But the way that I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
Exactly.
Oh!
And yes, I still regret the original review of this for the record.
I would imagine.
In all seriousness though, it was a mistake for me the first time around in my original Ryanimation review of this to bring up real people that I have had real personal private issues with. It should have been kept private. It's why the original review of this was my worst video ever. And obviously it was that alone why I took that review down. Because I shouldn't have attacked innocent people like that. It relates nothing to this episode. I still stand by my original statement that I never abused anyone in my entire life, but I did make a lot of terrible mistakes. Who are these people in question? I'm not telling you, because it relates to nothing to this review. Everyone that saw the original knows who I am talking about, and everyone that didn't doesn't need to know, because they're not relevant to here. What I should have done originally was make a separate video altogether talk about my problems with them. Obviously, I'm not going to do that anymore, because we all moved on from each other and have our own lives, and I don't want anyone going after them, of course. Even though I think I already said that in the original review to not go after them. You could still hate someone, but still have moved on from them for the record, like me. I still hate the people that I said in question originally, but I don't wish to talk about them anymore. While a cartoon can remind you of real-life events/people, I think it's best that reviews of fiction should be separated from reviews of non-fiction. Also, there were things about the episode that I still wanted to bring up, without that nonsense on real people that I put in. And I'm sorry that I did not realize that the first time around. I'm sorry. I'll keep saying it if you want to prove how wrong I was back then.
It does sound like you've grown as a person.
Thanks. I really do believe that. But I sadly also know that not everyone will believe that. But that's on them, not me. I still know that I do listen to people. My editing is amazing. I never abused anyone, and I don't underpay. And I'm not toxic either. Even if you don't agree with me, I'm not like that now, in 2022 present. And when you judge a person, you need to judge them in the present, not in the past. Like South Park even claims at the beginning of every episode that they're all fictional and anything relating to reality is a coincidence.
Speaking of Disney quotes, I have one for you.
Yes?
Keep moving forward.
Ah, right. That is a good quote to go by.
And do you remember that one quote that you invented? It's a simple 5 words.
Be better today than yesterday.
Exactly. And I think you really did follow through with that.
Thanks, Becky.
No problem.
This also kind of reminds me of a Lauren Faust product.
It does?
Yes, but not DC Superhero Girls though. Hell, Lauren technically didn't even work on this, but she at least created the series. My Little Pony. Yes, I know, irony. But more specifically, the song, My Past Is Not Today. This song has been playing in my head for a good portion of 2022. And it's probably the best thing that My Little Pony ever did. It's even better than the entirety of To Where and Back Again.
That's a big claim coming from you!
The song, for those who don't know, has Sunset Shimmer singing to herself on a rooftop. We see her singing about how she did some shitty things in the past, kind of like me. And we even see people turn on her because of the shit that she has done. But that doesn't stop Sunset from trying. She may not know what the future holds, but she continues to claim that her past is not today. Now, this song isn't just Sunset claiming that for show at all. She's actually proven that she can improve, and she does it every day. It's just that improving from your past self is a very difficult situation, especially when there are people in question that won't forgive you. The key is to find the right friends in situations like these. And one last quote that hit me hard, from Amphibia.
It's not who we were that matters, Sash. It's who we are now that counts.
I am not that person anymore.
You've been doing a lot of self-reflecting and improving, haven't you, Mommy?
Listening to criticism is not an easy thing to do, but I did it. I improved the editing, paid my editors better, and wrote more original criticisms while also having more fun with my videos, with me also avoiding saying controversial things now.
As long as you don't repeat your old mistakes, that's what matters.
I'm not a narcissist. I never abused anyone in my entire life. I never underpaid anyone. I never gaslit anyone. I always listen, and my editing is amazing.
Good. You're telling me the 100% truth.
If you have problems with me, we can talk it out. Or you can do this to me. The choice is yours, not mine. But I want to thank you all for listening to me. Let's just hope for a better future. And who knows? Maybe one day we could be like the ending of this episode. Babs and Harleen bonding or cute fighting over a comic book with Batman and the Joker. Oh my god, Jack is in hospital!
Thank you for watching this video. All the sources go here.